everybody on your channel.
Hello. Today we're going to be talking about why we book with Thomas Cook. So
it rhymes.
It does rhyme. So just an overview of our experience of why we book with Thomas Cook, why we choose them, what experience we've had about the plane. So if you get the gist as we roll through. So to start off with, when we book with Thomas Cook, we go to
a co-op travel store.
Yeah, our local one, and we go and visit our lovely travel agent, Caroline. So we've flown with Thomas Cook twice, and that is our preferred airline. If you want to go on a budget, let's say, reasonable priced. They are.
Last year, 2016, we got a great deal.
Yeah.
So we had 2 weeks of Pops entry, Disney Unlimited, the ultimate tickets for 2 weeks.
With photo pass.
Yeah. The car hire, upgraded car to intermediate.
Yeah.
And we paid for the insurance this end rather than when we got there. And all in all, it was 2,800. Well, just short of, I think.
Yeah. For both of us, so.
Which is the least we've paid in the last 3 years that we've been going.
Yeah, and we've flown with them from Manchester Airport, so twice, and it's just straight up the A1 for us and very easy to get to. And once you're there, that's it. We do meet and greet, so as soon as you get to the meet and greet bit, then pull up and you're at the side of the front door basically.
So obviously we'll go to find our check-in desks, and they've always been really helpful. Last year we were there a little bit closer to takeoff, but the year before when we went, we actually arrived at the airport 5 hours before takeoff.
Yeah.
I'm one of these people that would rather be at the airport early and be sat there waiting than risk getting stuck in traffic and missing a flight. But I did sort of maybe allow too much time that year.
Yeah. Well, I prefer to go to the hotel and stay at the airport, the night before, and then you're there just in case something happens to the car, but depends if you're on a budget. So yeah, when we get to the check-in, they let us check in 5 hours early. Yeah. Which was brilliant. There was no queue. We went straight up to the desk both times.
Obviously, we're expecting to be told check-in doesn't open for another 2 hours, but no. Yeah. Straight through. Yeah. Take your bags done, sorted.
Yeah. A woman greeted us. Said where you flying to. We told her and pointed us straight to the desk and people went, "Can we help?" I was like, "Yeah." Bags on. That was the first time, but the second time we went, we asked for priority luggage.
Yeah, we upgraded at check-in for priority luggage.
And that was only £50, wasn't it?
£15.
£15 per person.
Yeah. Each way, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So it's 60 quid in total.
Yeah. But on the way back, we got it for free, so which was a bonus. So thanks, Thomas Cook.
Well, we bought it going out, didn't we?
Yeah.
And one of the priority luggage tags was missed off of one of the cases. Plus, when we landed in Orlando, they couldn't get the luggage off the plane because the airport had been struck by lightning. There was a storm in, so we were stuck in baggage claim for 2 hours.
Yeah.
So when everything did come off, one of our cases came, but the other one was literally second to last.
So they just basically apologised
and gave it us for free on the way home.
So we can't complain or moan about that at all. Especially when we landed, when we got home, the bags came off first, and that was it. We were off.
Back to the car and on our way home.
Yeah. So when we checked in, they were really nice, polite, and we could not fault them at all, could we?
No.
They were absolutely brilliant, very happy, friendly, stuff like that. So then we just mooched around, as you've probably seen on our travel day video. If not, check it out. About what we did in Manchester Airport, bits and bobs like that.
There'll be a link below.
Yeah. So then after that, we'll tell you we flew on a A330, and
something I think that's unique about Thomas Cook A330s is the toilets are downstairs. So I think they've got 2 toilets right at the back, haven't they?
Yeah.
For people who can't do stairs.
And then 3 downstairs.
Is
So
it
3 or 4?
I think it's 4.
Um,
Which is great. Once you're about 6 hours in and you want to do some walking, it's nice to do some stairs as well.
and it's a 242 seat wise. 2, 4, and then 2.
Which is great, obviously travelling as 2, sort of it means no one has to be by a stranger. Hey, no stranger dangers.
Well, Mitch doesn't like, I don't mind sitting in next to anyone. But
You'll talk to anyone.
Yeah, but Mitch was like, no. He doesn't like it, so we were sat on the wing. What was also good was, for extra security reasons,
I got randomly checked
because
boarding the plane.
Because with us sat near the wing and
not to go into too much detail, but we watched a documentary and that is supposedly a weak spot. So that's all we'll say on that.
Yeah. If you want to know a bit more, inboxes. So that was quite good. Obviously, when they just poured into one side, I was like, huh, what's going on? I got told to go and sit down by the plane. So
me and along with the guy sat behind me, he also got randomly checked. So everybody's giving over their boarding passes, going onto the plane. So I'm standing there having to take my shoes off and get touched up. It wasn't all bad.
Could have been better looking.
Yeah. It'd already been a long day.
So yeah, and so the seats are 242. They're quite comfy. The first time we flew with them, it wasn't until on the way back we found out how to recline the chairs.
So how about from landing as well. So.
Yeah, and so there's a little button on. No, there's a little metal tongue thing like this. And it's just at the left or right hand side of the seat, and you just press that and off you go. It feels like it's part, well, it is part of the chair, but it feels like it's something you shouldn't touch in case if you...
Which is quite handy, because flying with Thomas Cook, no one in front of us, touch wood, has ever reclined their chair. So we don't recline unless people in front of us recline, because then you just need the space. But it's quite handy that nobody seems to know that it's there. Sort of feeling around and thinking, oh, there's a tree in there, and then you're thinking, oh, life vest is coming out at you.
So before we take off, I always read the things. It's just my psychic sort of thing. So just make sure I read that, and then when you're up in the air,
obviously they come around about entertainment. The basic entertainment. It's
free.
Pretty good. You've got TV on demand, movies on demand, and obviously your music and whatnot.
But there's not a lot of choice.
No.
So you pay £4 to have an upgrade, basically a premium version.
£4 per seat, and then you have everything that they've got. And there is a really good selection. It's well worth the £4. If you haven't guessed, we're travelling in economy.
Yeah. But if it's premium economy, which they do, then they get theirs free. They don't have to pay.
No, I'm sure it's included.
It's included. So that's up to you. But for £4, on the way back last year, I don't think I bothered.
No, I don't think you did.
I don't think I bothered because I was asleep. Had stuff on my iPad. So it all depends if on the way out there I think you do need it, but because it's a night flight coming back, to me I didn't have it, but for the sake of £4, it's totally up to you.
Depends how much you're going to watch. I mean, what else is there to do up there?
Yeah.
They're a good selection. I watched Star Wars, Deadpool. In the Heart of the Ocean.
Yeah.
So there's a great selection of films.
Don't you just hate it when there's somebody listening to a film who thinks the headphones are plugged in? There was a bloke sat in the middle row, just like a row in front of us. To the right, had his headphones in. He must have been 70, something like that. He was watching Deadpool, which I thought was quite cool, but he only had his headphones part way in.
So we don't know if he could hear it or not.
No, but we could hear bits of it, but
we wouldn't hear it.
No,
they don't have speakers on the TV.
What did I hear then? I thought I was hearing Deadpool, but I just thought it was quite funny that he thought he could hear it when his headphones weren't really plugged in. So
maybe you could hear it out of one headphone.
I don't know. I heard it. I did hear it, but anyway. So yeah, there is quite a lot of selection. So that's the plane A330. We will put some pictures and.
Well, we haven't really got any. Well,
what pictures we've got. Even if we take a picture of the brochure and just stick it on so you can see the plane. So yeah, the seats are basic, comfy, well, as they can be.
Yeah, they're not quite as comfy as 747s or Dreamliners, I don't think.
No.
But it's doing its job, so it's getting you over there to a more reasonable price.
Yeah.
So we shouldn't have gone last year, but the price was just too good to not go.
Yeah. There is a bit of a time flight difference if you fly from Virgin with Thomas Cook, because Virgin can fly straight over the Atlantic Ocean, whether Thomas Cook has to go up the UK.
Yeah,
and back
the flight with
round
Thomas Cook
down.
is a little bit slower.
It's only by a half hour, 45 minutes or something like that. It's not a huge difference, but if you're going to save almost like £1,000, which we did, then for 45 minutes you'll do it. So the reason why is because the plane's only got 2 air engines. We're not going to say too much more because there's a documentary that we saw, and no, it was one of your friends who used to work for Virgin. So
and Thomas Cook.
If you do want to know, obviously inboxes. But so that's sort of good. And just a little fact that the trays on the aeroplanes from a documentary. Are tilted at a 3-degree angle, so they're not fully flat when they're on the ground. So when you are in the air, it equals to it to turn out straight. So, level, let's say. It's just obviously planes must not fly. They must fly at a 3-degree angle. So yeah, that was on there. The food is cooked by James Martin.
I think so.
I had sausage and mash.
Yeah, it was sausage and mash with like an apricot chutney thing.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Really nice. I am not a big fan on plain food at all. I will refuse stuff quite easily. But that was really nice. Where the Virgin's food, I did not touch, did not eat. Did not like.
No.
Whether James Martin, he did a good job, well done. So, that was a nice thing. And then you get like scones, orange juice, sandwiches.
Lily O'Brien's ice cream.
Yeah.
If you bear with me, I will see if I've still got some photos. And if I have, I'll put them in here.
Okay, yeah, they are very, very tiny.
You've ruined it for me.
It will show you a picture, but they are very snack size.
But it's really nice. So you expect them not to have full ice creams on board.
And then I think, didn't we have a Lily O'Brien chocolate mousse?
Yes, we did. I've got some pictures. I'll put them in here or there or wherever it was.
I didn't like my mousse.
Oh, it was amazing.
I'll give it to him.
Great.
I am fussy with food anyway. But that's the food. Drinks are quite cheap for a can of Coke or Pepsi or whatever it is.
Can't remember the prices.
It's £1.80.
Is it?
For the Coke.
You sure?
Yes.
100%?
Yes.
Oh.
It was £1.80 for a full-size can.
Which isn't too bad when
no.
you're there.
so you do have to pay for your drinks, but they do come around with free teas and coffees after lunches and stuff like that, or orange juice.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, that's really good. Entertainment, spoke about seats. So then I think that's just down to, obviously you also get blankets and pillows if you want them. You know, everybody was really polite, customer service was great. We cannot fault Thomas Cook.
The staff have all been great every time.
At all.
We haven't had a bad experience with them.
No.
Like I say, the only niggle we had was that case on the way out there last year, but they fixed that no problem, so...
Yeah, price-wise it's just brilliant. So then that leaves down to arriving at MCO. Yeah,
one of the great things about Thomas Cook, they do fly straight into Orlando International. We're going to talk about it in another video, but we don't particularly like Sanford Airport. We flew into there 3 years ago, but we'll say that for another time. But Orlando International Airport, it's great. The reps are there and they're on hand, so we walk past a couple of them.
But we don't need them.
No, we know what we're doing now.
We know where the Alamo desk is when we check in to get the car, or the Magical Express service. Somebody's well prepared, has a pack, and sort of like has a map. But now we don't need the map.
I was going to say, that was in 2011. That was a long time ago. So we got off the plane and the Virgin rep was telling us to go one way, and we're like, no, my map says this way.
And we did.
Yeah, so we got there much quicker than whatever way they were telling us to go.
But yeah, Thomas Cook. We even had a phone call from the Thomas Cook rep in the hotel room. So, we did see. I hope you got there. Yeah, we missed you.
Hope you got to everywhere okay.
If you need anything, just let them know. Which I thought was quite nice.
Yeah. And to be fair, that's where our interactions with Thomas Cook end until we get on the plane to come home.
Yeah.
So we just
off we go back.
We know what we're doing.
Yeah. So yeah, Thomas Cook, obviously, please give them a chance. They are brilliant. They do fly from like Manchester, Stansted, but only at certain times. Gatwick.
So we've just done Manchester because it's a little bit easier to get to than Gatwick. It's probably about a half-hour difference for us. Yeah. But to Manchester's ever so slightly closer, but
and less busier.
Yeah, traffic-wise and that there's less that can go wrong.
Straight up the A1, and then it's just through the Peak District and we're there. So that's Thomas Cook. Obviously,
go check them out. See what they can do for you.
They are very. Also, we're quite active with them on Twitter. We interact with them quite a bit.
Yeah, they do help you out. If you got any questions or anything, they're very responsive on Twitter. And their online help desk is actually really good as well. I've used that a couple of times for adding an extra case, which with Thomas Cook, if you do want to add an extra case, you can add it for just your return flight home. It's £50 for a full case, which is great.
Yeah.
So, worth doing.
Yeah, the luggage allowance is 23. But yeah, no, it's very... And also you get your hand luggage as well on that, which is 5.
Yeah, I think so.
5
or 10.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, sort of £50 for an extra case. We do it even if we're not going to need it. So for £50, when you're paying all that money already, it's better to just have it there and know you can.
Because we did have a bad experience with another airline. Don't want to name and shame them.
That's for another time as well.
Yeah.
We don't want to upset any of you that have booked with them.
Yeah. So, but no, Thomas Cook, please. Give them a try. Yeah, just brilliant.
Mention they saw you from us. Maybe we'll get some commission.
Yeah, that's it.
Try.
So yeah, give them a shot. And if you are flying with them or plan to fly with them this year, or you want to know about any more information on Thomas Cook, if we can help you, we will try.
Yeah, just give us a shout. Tweet us, messages. Yeah, whatever's easiest.
Yeah, we are not. We do not work with Thomas Cook direct or associated with them in any other way apart from us travelling with us. So just bear that in mind. So
just purely because we've travelled with them the last 2 years.
Yeah, and I think they're the way to go. Hopefully they will get Dreamliners or a new fleet of planes. But we did hear on the grapevine that they might have a new set of planes coming out, so fingers crossed.
We'll see. But the planes that we're flying on, they've been recently refurbished anyway, so the ones that aren't new, and there is nothing wrong with them.
Nothing. Very clean.
Yeah.
Very clean. They're not doing that outside either, so, you know, brilliant. So yeah, guys, that's it for us now, and we shall
See you soon.
Right, take care, guys. Bye. And also, what is good for security reasons, because we're sat on a ring.
We'll cut that out.